Hey guys, what's up? Ashley here. It's day number 22. 22. And welcome back to another edition of Confessions of a Giggler. So today I have just been a disaster. Just completely useless. But that's what happens after a week-long adventure. So I was like, I was just sitting on my couch and I was like, I really need to get up and go upstairs. And I was like, oh no, I didn't make a vlog yet. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? It's Howie D's birthday today. And since we're on this whole boy band adventure this week, I thought maybe I could just talk about that. So yeah. So the Backstreet Boys were my very first favorite. I mean, like, I liked New Kids on the Block when I was a small kid, but like I was too young to like really understand what was going on, like, you know. But the Backstreet Boys, they blew up the scene in about 1997 when I was in 7th grade. So yeah, so like that's when I started liking them. And you know, I didn't really have a favorite until because, like, you know, it takes a while to get going, you know. So like I didn't like declare my favorite Backstreet Boy, but when I saw the cover of, like, the picture that's on the cover of the Backstreet's Back Everybody single, not the album, the single, and I saw Howie on that cover, I was like, oh man, this one's my favorite. and then I was so then that summer, around that time, we decided to like pay some sort of unlimited price for like cosmic bowling or something, me and my sisters and my cousins, and we went to the bowling alley for cosmic bowling, like, yeah, I don't know, once a week or so, maybe. I don't really remember how often we went, but we went a lot. And in cosmic bowling back then in the late 90s, you know, they turned all the lights out and it was like everything was glow in the dark, and they had these big video screens and they'd play music videos and stuff. And one of the music videos they played was Quit Playing Games, and it's like, if you know, you know. So if you don't know, go watch the Quit Playing Games music video right now. Just do it. Turn me off, I don't care. And go watch the Quit Playing Games music video, because it's one of their best music videos in all its 90s boy band gloriness. Like, it's so good. So anyway, if you've seen the video, you know why I was like, yes, I made the correct choice in picking Howie D as my favorite. I had no idea that no one else picked Howie D as their favorite, just me. I mean, like, there are a few people, but, you know, people were like, well, he's no Nick Carter. I mean, pretty much the consensus was that the girls liked, well, all the girls liked Nick Carter, Brian, or AJ. And then all the moms liked Kevin. And then it was like me and a few other people liked Howie. But more and more often, people are saying like, oh my gosh, I was a Howie girl too. And I'm like, oh yay! So yeah, so Howie was so great. And like, he was always so funny. And that's really what, that was also like, as you know, I did more research and watched more videos and interviews and stuff, I was like, man, this guy is funny. Yes, I'm glad I made the right choice here. So good. Anyway, so that was back in the 90s. I stuck with him through all that long hair-ness. And now that today, on his 49th birthday, the man looks better than ever. Yes. So he looks so good. Like, does he age? I don't know. He must have the same deal like that Paul Rudd does. Because, whoo! Yeah, so Howie's just the best. He's just so cute. And yeah, and I don't know if any of you guys watched, I guess it was on in the winter time. I don't even remember, but the Dirty Dancing show. Howie was on it, and Tyler C from The Bachelor, and Twitch was the host. And right, Twitch was the host, right? God. And Corbin Blue was on it. I forget what it was called, The Real Dirty Dancing, maybe. And yeah, he was on that, and he was so good. And I was like, "Hey, Howie!" And like he'd say like the funny things like he always says, and I'm like, "Yes, yes, please, world, see how amazing Howie D is." So yeah, I just think he's so great, and he really sings so well. And back in the day, they like never really gave him any parts, and I was so sad. And I have to say this. So for those of you who don't know your Backstreet Boys history, there was a time that Kevin left the group, and in that time they still toured, they still did all the things. They had made 2 new albums, Unbreakable and This Is Us both came out as a group of 4, and they went on the NKOTBSB tour without him, just the 4 of them. And in that time frame that Kev wasn't there, Howie sang a lot of Kevin's parts in the songs when they were touring and stuff. Just, I guess, probably just to balance it out some, because the other 3 have a lot. So even with Howie and Kevin's parts combined, Howie still wasn't singing that much, which is just a shame, really. But anyway, so I went to the NKOTBSB show quite a bit, and I was just so happy. I mean, Unbreakable tour and This Is Us tour, also, all 3 of them, all 3 of those tours, and I went to a lot of them. But then at some point along the line, it was announced that Kevin was coming back. So I knew that like Howie's days of singing Kevin's parts were numbered, because Kev's coming back. Obviously, Kev gets his parts back, right? Right. So one of the shows I was at, I knew it was like the last time, and I actually started crying. Because, like, not like overwhelmingly so, but I was tearing up. I like got emotional. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna hear Howie sing these parts again. Like, I was really saddened by that. Because I just love to hear him sing. He's so good. Yeah, justice for Howie. So I was just so happy. I just love me some Howie D, and yeah. So that's it. I'm like, at this meet and greet that we just had, I didn't even talk to him. Like, I walked right past him because, like, I can't. He's my first favorite, and, like, he'll always be, like, just up there on the pedestal. Yeah. One of my, okay, so just real quick, one of my other, my own personal favorite Howie D moment is, when we went to Geneva to see the NKOTBSB tour, we did the meet and greet, and we were like kind of talking to them, and we were like, oh yeah, we're from Jersey or whatever. And Howie, because Howie's wife is also from Jersey, he looked at us and he was like, oh, what exit? Then, like, the other ones like looked at him like he had 5 heads, and he was like, no, it's a thing, they get it. Like, without skipping a beat, I was like, 131. Yeah, so anyway, I just love Howie D. I'll always be a Howie girl. I can't help it. I can't help myself. But also, side note, what's interesting is that, you know, I like a lot of the boy bands, and a lot of the fangirls that I made along the way also like a lot of the boy bands. So it's always interesting to see like how things line up. Like usually this is not a 100% fact, but it's pretty close that if you're an AJ girl, you're also a Jake girl, you're also a Donnie girl. Like that's usually how it works. I'm not saying us fangirls have types, but like I think personally, I think that I'm all over the map because like I like them. They're all different. Like mine don't coordinate at all. So whatever. But yeah. Anyway, that's it. Happy birthday, Howie. And I'm so happy that 13-year-old me or 12-year-old me or however the heck old I was then picked Howie D as my first very favorite. So yay. Yeah, and if you guys don't know much about Howie D, look him up. You won't be disappointed. And look up like current pictures, like what does Howie D look like in 2022? And you're gonna be like, oh hey Howie. All right, so yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.